Hi everyone, it's AngelBlade13. Welcome back to my Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix walkthrough. In the last episode, we entered the final world of the game, the world that never was. We had a very emotional fight with Roxas, and we got a very interesting Keyblade. So we're heading over to Olympus Coliseum for a moment. We're going to equip the 2 Become 1 Keyblade. And notice it has an ability that's not very clear on what it actually does. So I'm going to equip it now, and then we're going to enter the Cerberus Cup, because we're going to try to unlock something. Alright, so this is going to come down to luck, honestly. Basically, I'm just going to go into some fights and try to activate any one of my drive forms. I'm either going to go into anti-form, or we're going to unlock something really cool. You can get really lucky and get this on your first try, or you can be unlucky and it can take about 7 attempts. So just bear with me a bit longer. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we just unlocked another drive form, so it's time to take a quick break, and I'm gonna send you to our friend Future AngelBlade13 for another tutorial. Hi everyone, it's Future AngelBlade13. Hope you guys have been enjoying the walkthrough. It's been quite a while since I've spoken with any of you. Anyway, we're going to have a little tutorial on using Final Form, the final form in this game. Oh, let's go ahead and select it. Light. And let's take a quick look. As we see, this is another form we fuse with both of our party members, and another case where we get 2 Keyblades. So as usual, I've taken off most of Sora's general abilities, so I just left a few on. Anyway, we have Final Arcana, a powerful finishing combo for a single target on the ground. Next, Final Strike, a strong finishing combo for a single target in the air. Final Arts, this is both a ground and aerial finishing combo, which is good for dealing with multiple targets. Auto Assault, the Keyblades will kind of act on their own as we're doing various actions and continue to attack enemies. Crime and Punishment increases the damage of our magic. And Mobile Action, again, another form where we can use several actions while we're moving around. We're not stuck to one position. Glide is our growth ability, so allow us to just sort of glide through the air by pressing the square button. You can also just hold it without moving the D-pad, or the analog stick, and you'll just hold yourself in place. Sync Blade, another case where we get 2 Keyblades. Combo Master, Finishing Plus, and Form Boost are the only things I've left on regular Sora, just so we can stay in the form longer. MP Haste, we've seen, it gives us increase in our MP recovery, and the rest are just the Keyblade abilities we have. Final Form levels up by defeating nobodies, so this is another case of quantity over quality. Whether you defeat a nobody boss or like a single Dusk or Creeper, it's still going to be 1 point, so when you want to level it up, find areas with a lot of the weaker nobodies. Alright, so let's try the form out a bit. Let's just look at some of the basic combos. Here's the ground combo. And here's the aerial combo.
Take this.
Okay, hitting the buttons a little fast, because that tends to be what I do when I'm using Final Form. That was the single target aerial finisher.
It's over.
And there's the ground single finisher.
Take this.
The group finisher is the same on the ground and in the air.
Take this.
So you're gonna have a lot of fun with Final Form. Aside from some of the super bosses, it's pretty much gonna shred through just about anything really easily. Let's take a quick look at how some of the magic works. So this is fire.
Fire! Freeze!
You see the increased range on the blizzard spells. And
There!
as I pop an elixir, notice the keyblades are swinging around me like crazy.
Thunder!
So those will actually do damage to enemies too if they're close enough.
Defense!
And there with Reflect, we're seeing the keyblades are swinging around. Yeah, the keyblades will just continue to do random stuff and attack enemies while you're just doing different actions. Let's take a look at Magnet. So in this case, we don't have enemies to show it on, but Magnet will pull enemies in and then also just sort of throw them out of the way, which is pretty fun to mess around with. And there, even for Cure, the keyblades swirl around me and can damage enemies. Now notice while I'm gliding, they're spinning at a pretty fast rate. If you're able to sort of glide into something stationary, that'll do a lot of damage as well. So, Final Form is somewhat game-breaking in a lot of cases, at least for the main story, but, you know, you're gonna have a lot of fun using it. Anyway, that's the last Drive Form tutorial, so the last time I'm gonna really see you guys. Thanks for watching these. I hope they've been helpful and hope you learned something about how to use your Drive Forms properly. So good luck finishing off the rest of the game, and I'm gonna throw it back to present Angel Blade 13. Good luck, guys. Bye. Thank you for the tutorials, Future Angel Blade 13. They've all been very helpful. Anyway, now that we have Final Form, we're gonna take some time to go back and complete the absent silhouette fights that we've been seeing throughout various worlds in the game. So I'm putting the Bond of Flame Keyblade on Final Form for the fire boost. I'm gonna stick with 2 Become 1 as my main for now. Make a slight adjustment in magic. Alright, and here's the first one we saw, so let's head into this fight. Alright, so here we have organization member number 6, Zexion. He's going to start off by targeting one of your party members and turning them into a book. So you can attack him normally, and then you can attack the book to break your party member out. Usually he'll attack the other one first. So here we can just basically rough him up a bit with regular combos. And he'll attack your party, again, by just turning him into books. He's not doing any damage to anyone right now, but eventually he will trap you in a book. Now we're in Book World. So several of these books are just random targets, and one of them is Zexion. So you have to do enough damage to that particular book, then you can use a reaction to break back into the regular world. And then from here, just like kind of attack him as much as you want while you're not in book form. Eventually he'll put you back in before you do too much damage. Oh, and here's his DM. The book's gonna hop around exactly 13 times. On the 13th, I got lucky there. You want to be in the blue circle. Otherwise, you have to deal with a bunch of meteors falling on you and doing a ton of damage. Almost enough to finish him off there. Oh, in here, he has like the random book swipes that'll just like come in and charge at you. He can do like this book like explosion type attack. I got pretty lucky again. Anyway, from here just damage him and use the reaction. Oh, messed up there.
Back off.
Use the reaction when you're close enough, and then finish him off. Alright, and here's the speed run version of it. When we start off, I'm just gonna break my party member out of the book, use a thunder to get close, and then I'm just gonna use fire combos without using a finisher. So this way I'm not knocking him out of my combo. And when I run out of MP, I'm gonna go into final form. And I'm gonna continue doing the same thing. And noticing with the Bond of Flame fire boost, the fire spell is just shredding him, and then once you're back to normal, finish him off with a duck flare. Alright, that's one down, so we're gonna head to Port Royal for the second absent silhouette. Alright, so next we've got member number 12, Larxene. She's gonna start off making a clone of herself. They'll both charge at you. Both of them are gonna be sort of just speedily moving around the area, mostly with rapid slashes with their kunai, sometimes knocking you out of your combos, which is pretty annoying. Otherwise, they have like various lightning attacks they'll merge in. One nice thing is, if you can properly time one of your area attacks to hit both of them, then the damage will be double, because each clone will be taking the hits. So it worked really nice when I timed a reflect into an explosion. I want to say with perfect timing, but honestly it was kind of luck right there. Kind of like that was, but yeah, that's this fight. Alright, here's me doing the fight a little bit better, I think. Open up, reflect the attack. Let me get some combos in. By that combo, I'm able to get the merge reaction and make her one person again, which, while I won't be getting the double damage, it's easier to deal with the one target. I used Duck Flare a bit early there. Remember, I should have let her land on the ground first. Anyway, here we can see her DM, so that's okay. Basically, she just spins and uses this rapid lightning attack. Alright, so going into limit form, using a Zentetsuken into an Ars Arcanum. Honestly, for this fight, I end up winging it quite a lot. Alright, back to Twilight Town for the third absent silhouette. Let's give it a look. And now we have member number 5, Lexaeus. Lexaeus will start by powering up and charging a bit of a swing attack. You can block it and go into a reaction command, which will do a ton of damage to him. Then he'll basically be doing some standard swipe attacks with his tomahawk. He has one where he can attack where he'll slam the ground and summon some pillars from the ground. Best idea to get rid of them is just typically to dodge roll or use reflect. If you're in the air, then reflect's kind of your only option. As the fight goes on, Lexaeus will continue to power up. When you block that swing attack of his, you can use the reaction to again do a ton of damage. He can charge into you and just grab Sora and throw you against a pillar, which does a bunch of damage as well. And just as the fight goes on, he continues to do his power-up. The damage he does is going to increase by a big amount, usually. So you typically want to defeat him earlier. Obviously, like, that's a good idea for all boss fights, but this one in particular, the longer you take to do it, the harder he's eventually gonna hit you. Goofy's Limit can do some pretty good damage, as you saw right there. And here's the second time seeing his desperation attack, where he just flies out there and charges back with a kind of like a meteor and does a ton of damage to everyone, summoning more rock pillars. Not too smooth of a fight, but got through it. So here we have a bit of a better attempt. Start off with a Reflect into the reaction command, then Reflect his counterattack. We've already gotten through about 2 of his bars. Reflect as he charges you, go into a combo. In this case, I'm just guarding the attack. And I was going to use Duck Flare, but Donald got knocked out, so Whirly Goof is actually pretty good as well.
It's over. Fight.
And I'm going to go into Final Form. A little hairy here, but we should be okay. I'll just use some Reflects to block the attack. And now go into Duck Flare. Not too bad. Okay, so the 4th absent silhouette that becomes available is the one that I personally hate doing the most, mostly because I don't have the second chance ability yet. Having that would make this much easier, but we're gonna do it, we can. And this is the only one I'm actually gonna put a potion on my customize menu. So here we have member number 11, Marluxia. Immediately, it will vanish and appear behind you and put a number on your head. This number is a reflection of Sora's current level, so the higher leveled you are when you do this fight, the higher that will be. Notice, whenever you get hit by his scythe, you won't actually take damage, but the number will go down. If that goes to 0, that's the same as losing all your health. So when he does this sort of helicopter blade thing with his scythe, he's gonna go into this spinning attack, and then you get the option of 2 reaction commands. If you go closer to the scythe, or the blade portion of it, then you can restore the count on Sora's counter. If you go closer to Marluxia's body when he does it, then that'll do more damage to him. And after you do a decent amount of damage, he'll sort of vanish and do a counterattack. He'll just vanish and reappear right next to you, and just do a slash with his scythe, knocking you into the air. You can guard through this windmill attack, I guess, and so aerial strike, again, the one when you're closer to Marluxia's body, that's better for doing damage to him. When you need to recover some of Sora's count, try to block the blade, or use the reaction on the blade instead. Now this attack, these are the sort of black death pools, I guess. Those are, without second chance, those are one-hit KOs. So that's the main reason I don't like this fight. And again, after you've done a decent amount of damage to him is when he'll start doing these. And he'll also start with this black vine around you. That'll cause an explosion after maybe about 8 seconds or something. Without second chance, or at least with my current levels, that's a one-hit KO. So you can either stay on the move, which is hard to do when he has the black pools out, or just kind of try to spam reflect or use a limit to invincible your way through it. To prevent him from using the pools, you kind of have to just stand in the center when you know he's about to teleport and start using fire. If you can catch him before he sort of appears, you can prevent the attack. Now, here's one of his desperation moves where he'll just stick by you and he'll summon these black pillars coming up from the ground. Those are one hits. Then he'll just go into a big combo with his scythe. You can block through it if you're in a good position, but otherwise, if your count is high enough, don't worry about it too much. So that's most of his techniques, honestly. We've gone through just about everything. Alright, he's using his more annoying DM now. He actually does have one more DM. It's a lot easier to deal with. Basically, where we've seen he does the buzzsaw through the ground, which you can just guard. It's literally him just doing that for multiple cycles. So he'll just spin around, you guard through it once, and honestly the best way to do it is just sort of try following his path, and you can get through it pretty easily. I really don't like this fight. Alright, and here's my better attempt at it. Just immediately back away and block his initial combo. Some good damage. Block when he does his counter. For now, I'm just gonna do some regular combo attacks on him. Use the aerial strike reaction when we need to. Here, the combo I'm doing is a single combo with guard break, then do a full combo with guard break and explosion. Personally, I found it easier for me to do it that way because I can predict his counterattack a little better. And remember to use the restore count reaction when that one's needed. Remember guard break, then do a guard break into explosion. Okay, most of the time I time it better. And now once his health is low enough, remember start standing by that center flower, and when you see him teleport, you want to start using your fire attack so you can catch him before he pulls out the black pools. Just get annoyed with certain fights where it's just one single mistake is a one-hit KO. Those are just very frustrating to deal with at times, but feel a lot better once you learn how to get through the fight properly. So there's that. And now I'm gonna go into the sort of fire loop that we were doing earlier. Use a bit of fires without a finisher, then go into final form and continue that, getting extra damage from the Bond of Flame Keyblade's fire boost, plus the Keyblades just swinging around like crazy. And I mistimed that duck flare, so gotta go through his DM here. And here I'm going to stick with doing damage. I'm not as concerned about the count right now. And now we're going to go in for the win with Duckler. That should just about finish him off. Oh, nope. Almost. But now you get to see his other DM. Alright, and now I can finish him off. So 4 down, and we're going back to Agrabah to deal with the last one. And our final absent silhouette is member number 4, Vexen. I'm going to start off trying to freeze you. You can reflect it. One thing is, he's going to have his shield up a lot, so you'll have to damage the shield, finish off its health bar before you can do damage to Vexen. So he's going to start with some different ice attacks. He's going to try to freeze you. He's going to do that like icicle snowflake. They'll spin around like a shuriken, and you can summon different ice pillars from the ground to hit you. You'll notice this little circle following me around and a data bar in the upper corner. When the bar gets up to at least 1, that'll summon an anti-Sora clone, so that'll just continue to attack you. It's very annoying to deal with. You want to do your best to stay off of that circle, which I'm doing a bad job of, clearly. As obviously it's going to continue leveling up as Sora stands on it, and the higher that is when Anti-Sora is summoned, the stronger the Anti-Sora clone will be. Oh, that was really unlucky.
This is it.
And if you get caught in that freeze attack, you just kind of have to mash triangle to unfreeze yourself. Anyways, just do your best to avoid the circle and just do damage to Vexen when you can. And just take out his shield, obviously, when you need to. Alright, and here's the better attempt at the fight. Gonna get an attack in, try to reflect, and just do a combo to break his shield. With Vexen being the ice elemental nobody, fire does a ton of damage to him, so we're gonna continue that fire loop without using a finisher. And right when you're out of MP, then you want to go into final form. And we're getting the fire boost from Bond of Flame, so that should finish him off pretty quickly. And there I actually finished him while I was still in final form, which is pretty helpful for later. Alright, so those are the absent silhouettes. They're fairly difficult, but they're fun to do once you get the hang of them. Because I defeated Vexen in final form, I got a point of experience for it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, share with a friend, all the good stuff. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!